First of all, Coach, you got to be impressed with how you guys closed in the second and fourth quarter. Can you just speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, we were talking about withstanding some of their runs. Obviously didn't expect them to go 10 for 12 to start the third quarter from 3. But that's kind of been a message for our guys through this showcase season leading into the regular season, is just trying to put together 48 minutes, be able to withstand runs, keep our composure, and then respond. So it was great to see us do that in live time tonight.
Can you talk about how you guys responded to their runs? They would jump out to a 10-point lead, and you guys would jump right back and go on like a 14-point lead. Can you just talk about
I think that just goes to show like the connectedness that our group has. I think that's taken time to build, but even now when you add in Craig and then Amani coming back, like we've just been able to slowly build chemistry, and I think these guys are believing in the talent of the group more so than just the individual talent. So that's kind of been the message too, is like, hey, everybody's going to eat, continue to play the right way. We withstand these runs, and our talent will hopefully win over time. And it worked out great tonight.
And then just talk about the dominance from tonight from both Craig and Imani.
Yeah, Craig, I think that was his best game he's played in a Charge uniform. He was just incredible with his efficiency on offense, his playmaking, and then his defensive impact, obviously with the 5 steals. It just, you felt him every possession he was out there. He was composed but aggressive at the same time, picking and choosing his reads, and that was great to see. And then with Amani, obviously working himself back, he's just looked better and better each game, and not even just with the shot making, but just with how he's moving, how he's trusting his body out there. Even seeing him make some plays on the defensive end tonight, like that's what I'm always talking to him about. Like, we know that he's very talented offensively, but what else are you doing to help us win? And so he's been bought in. And then tonight, obviously, when he gets the shot making going, he creates a problem on that other end of the floor. So it was great to have both of those guys play at a high level tonight.
The Lakers had a 6-point lead after 1, and they won the third quarter by 8. But you guys had very strong second and fourth quarters. What's the message after a quarter where it was really breakneck speed in that first, and lots of shots are going up, lots of shot making? What's the message to the team when you're making all these shots, you're shooting well from 3, but you're still down?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was like continue to trust the game plan. So I think they were 17 for 32 from 3 in the first and third quarter, and they were 3 for 19 in the second and the fourth. So it was like, hey, let's take away some of these wide open, easy ones that get on the breakdowns. But if they're going to make those contested ones, continue to make them make it. Trust it that they're going to come back to average. Continue to trust the scheme, and then just be a little more physical with our switching and our closeouts. And the guys know, when they have some of those breakdowns in the game, they understand like where they had a lapse and where we can recover. So guys are holding each other accountable, holding each other to a high standard. And that's, I think, when you start to have the players take ownership of the team and start coaching each other, I think that's when you can start to build some really positive habits.
Coach, when you get a game like Ferron played today, I felt like he played exceptional on both ends of the floor, defense and offensively. Just talk about just obviously you guys take it game by game, but today I feel like it was one of the best games that you guys played all season.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how do you guys can build off something like this?
Yeah, you mentioned Ferron. Like, he's been kind of our unsung hero, X factor type of player. Like, he came into training camp competing for a roster spot, and I think a few games ago we looked at it. He's like top of the league in offensive rating, and he's just really bought into what we're doing here. He's bought into his role and some of the offensive and defensive principles that we're doing. And then with him, I think some people forget like how talented he is. A guy that spent time in the NBA and on 2-way contracts. So just getting him right and getting him to buy in has been great, and he's been a huge part of our success this season. And it really does go down the line though. Like, JT Thor got off to a slow start tonight, but was huge in the fourth quarter, had 9 points and 6 rebounds in that quarter. Darius and Gilliard both being those other ball handlers for us that really get us organized, understand what we're looking for, and get guys in the right spots. Like I said, it goes down the line. Naquan, he's battling a cold, comes out, goes 6 for 8 from the field. Zaire continues to pick up full and fight for more. And then really the guy that came in the second quarter, Gabe, we were kind of looking for something then, and Gabe came in. He's a guy that could be a spark plug with his defense and his playmaking, and he did just that. I think he was a plus 11 in the second quarter. So, to your point, it really was kind of a group collective effort tonight.
Talk to me about JT a little bit. You had mentioned that tough first half, had his pocket picked a couple times. He comes out strong, goes right back at it, taking the ball to the hoop, gets a couple and ones. Really felt like the energy changed after those couple of baskets. What was the message to him after his sort of rough half, and how he responded in the second half?
Yeah, I think for him, don't get down on yourself. You had a couple plays that could have gone the other way in the first half, but this is a long game and we need you to have success. You're a big part of what we do. continue to play to your strengths, play physical. Don't expect any calls from the ref. Just play through the contact and play towards the basket, not away from it. And I think when he does that, he's shown that he can have a high impact with his athleticism and skill set as well as his size. So he did a great job of staying locked in through some adversity and was huge down the stretch for us.